Kellie Media Group.
Welcome to our podcast. It's called A Sandwich and Some Lovin', and I am Kelly Raspberry Evans with my husband and my podcast co-host, Alan Evans.
A train in the house.
Yes, he is. Oh, don't you love hearing those sounds every week? Well, listen.
Hearing what sounds every week?
You saying a train in the house. The sounds of your voice.
What does that mean?
Those sounds.
What does that mean?
It's comforting and welcoming, and people love it.
Okay.
Or so I've been told.
Yes.
All right, so we have got some fun stuff to talk about this weekend. I really enjoyed last week's spelling bee. How did you feel about it?
Well, I don't know. I kind of thought about it. It was fine, but had I put you on the spot like that,
yeah,
you would have been doing the I don't like people making me feel stupid bit.
Well, how do you know?
You would have done that.
You didn't put me on the spot like that, so we don't know what.
Well, I have before, and you've gone ape. You've gone
ape. Ape.
Yes, you've gone ape-s before when I've put you on the spot.
Like with give me an example.
I'll just say king of, or sing this song, or
I've gone ape.
Yes, you've gone ape.
I don't think that's a good.
You've gone ape-s.
Accurate characterization.
What does ape-s mean anyway?
Ape poop.
Well, yeah, but what does that mean?
Like like a monkey in a cage. Carrying on.
But what do they do? Like
they just jump around and flail and beat their chest and throw poop, I guess.
There you go. Know. That's what I was after.
Is that what you wanted me to say? Throw poop?
That's what I was after. Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
All right. Was that a quiz?
That was a quiz.
Fill in what Alan's thinking.
Yes.
We could play that all day.
Yes.
Actually, I'm kind of, I don't know how I feel about TikTok. I want to do TikTok because I know it's a thing. And then it's like, oh, is it worth the trouble? Because so I started like posting my Showbiz Top 5s on there from the Kid Craddock Morning Show,
Nationally
right?
syndicated.
And it's just me doing the Showbiz Top 5 every day. And I was getting like the same amount of views. I'm like, is it worth it? I know you said when you launched your YouTube channel, you did a lot of research before you launched it. And what was it? They said you got to give it like a year or two.
Oh, at least.
Before you start getting any kind of traction. I don't know. I gave it like 2 weeks. And I've kind of taken this week off. Maybe I'll get back on next week. But, they have a lot of these TikTok trends.
Yes.
People will do something for some reason, like just a snippet of what they say becomes really popular. And then that becomes a stitch that you stitch with other people. I don't know. It's very confusing. But I was just reading in like Dumb People News.
Dumb People News?
Yeah, about this new TikTok trend. Uh-huh. And a lot of kids, they don't realize how fragile life is. And they do, trends that unfortunately end in death. And we're not talking about those types of. This is just one that's just really stupid and painful. There's a new trend on TikTok where you drop heavier and heavier things on your foot.
Well, that's dumb.
It's dumb. It's you search for dropping things on your foot or hashtag drop challenge. So you drop whatever it is on your foot without shoes on, and then you writhe around in pain, and then you're supposed to rate the pain on a scale from 1 to 10.
Why in the hell would we do that?
Because I guess, we laugh at people who accidentally drop something on their foot, accidentally fall. I don't know what that's. I mean, it's just funny sometimes. So, but when you're doing it on purpose, it's just, I don't get it. But one guy actually went viral. He got like millions of views because he was dropping randomly bigger and bigger things. He started with like a hammer, then a space heater, a sound bar, and the worst one was a cordless drill. So people have done bigger things like vacuums and televisions, but it looks like TikTok pulled down some of the videos because they're just going too far, like the guy with the drill, because it's too dangerous.
Isn't this a jackass bit?
It's, just doing stupid things. But that's a new trend. I don't want to go viral.
Well, that's not a new trend.
No, this one, this breaking your foot.
This bit's been done.
Because you have 26 bones in your foot. That could have been a trivia question. Mm-hmm. So you could really... Because once you mess up your feet, you can do some long-term damage.
Yeah, I mean, I like walking. I like standing. Every once in a while, I like jogging, so I'm not going to do that.
And let me tell you, if you go to a foot doctor, is that called a podiatrist? Right?
I thought that was a proctologist.
No, proctologist is the finger, right? A
Is what?
podiatrist is
A
the
finger doctor?
Isn't the proctologist a finger doctor? Up the butt? Isn't that what that is? Am I wrong? I don't know. Am I right or wrong?
I think the proctologist is the doctor who specializes in the health and science of the rectum.
So yeah, you go up the butt with a finger. I was right.
I don't think that that's all they do.
Anyway, a podiatrist. If you ever are told by a podiatrist that you need to have foot surgery, you immediately go get a second and third opinion. Because once you have a surgery like that on your feet, it's serious. I wore, I don't know if I told this, I don't know where I tell stories, y'all. I've talked on the radio the majority of my life, and I can't remember who I tell what to.
Dime.
On or off the radio or podcast. But I had, ladies, when we wear high heels and we're on a hard surface like concrete for hours and hours and hours, you will feel that pain for days later. And so I had a situation where it was like my fourth toe, and it was so painful. I would like be walking and wince in pain. It hurt so bad. I figured, well, I just wore high heels. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. And it wouldn't. So I went to this big fancy foot doctor that has this big fancy office, and he looked at it and said, well, you're going to have toe surgery. And it's pretty, you're going to be in a boot, and you're going to, probably want to get one of those scooters and scoot around for a while you heal. But I said, well, he said, you want to do it when you have a good amount of time where you're not going to be doing anything too outdoorsy, or like we were planning on going to Mexico or something, and I didn't want to be wearing a boot in Mexico. I said, well, I'll wait to maybe my Christmas vacation because I have 2 weeks, right? Mm-hmm. So I happened to be talking to my regular primary care physician, right? Mm-hmm. And I was telling him, I'm going to have this foot surgery. He's like, no, you go to my other doctor friend who is a podiatrist and let him check you out first. You always get a second opinion before you go have surgery. So I went to this foot doctor. He put my foot up on his lap. He's very casual, Alan. Put my foot up on his lap.
My man.
And he said, my job as a podiatrist is to do everything I can to avoid doing foot surgery on you. He said, the majority of the foot surgeries I perform are correcting surgeries by other foot doctors. He told me to go on, he had one in his office, but he told me to go on Amazon. They have these like tubes, these stretchy flesh-colored tubes that have like
flesh-colored tube?
Yes. Huh. It's like these long tubes. You can order them on Amazon. And he gave me one in his office that day. He slipped it around my toe that was hurting me.
I bet he did.
And told me just to wear that.
And that was it.
Alan, I wore a tube around my toe for a couple of days and it was healed. I was about to go through major foot surgery. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I just needed to wear a stretchy, rubbery tube around my foot. And now he told me, so if you're ever planning like on going out, you're going to be standing like in heels and concrete or whatever long time, he said, put these on your toes and that will prevent you from having this. It was basically, I guess, nerve damage or something. Isn't that crazy?
That's an interesting story. And that reminds me of a foot story that I have.
No, you can't top my foot story.
Well, I'm not going to try to
Mr.
top it.
One-up my foot story.
I don't practice one-upsmanship. Do you think I practice one-upsmanship?
Not really, but you're about to.
I don't think I do. No, this isn't a one-upsman type story.
Well,
it's just
tell your story.
It's the only foot story I have.
Well, everybody should have one.
I've told the boys this story, and they think it's hilarious. They always remind me sometimes of this story I'm about to tell you. So this would have been, I think this was before we met, but not long before we met. I just had the worst foot pain. I can't remember what foot it was.
High heels on concrete?
No high heels. I wasn't doing any of that. But it was in the arch of my foot. Very painful to where I was limping. And I'm like just an office guy, right? I'm not doing any kind of sports or anything like that. And the arch of my foot was just killing me. And I'm like, good gosh, what could this be? I'm on the WebMD, you know.
You're dying when you go on WebMD.
Oh, man, it could be all kinds of things. So I thought, eventually, I've got to go have my doctor look at this. So I went to my primary care physician and roll in there, actually limp in there, take off my dress shoes and my socks and put my big size 12 up there on his lap.
Oh, they do like it on their lap, don't they?
Yes. And he's looking at it and he's got his little
monocle?
Yeah, it's like a monocle where he can really zoom in, you know, and he's feeling on my foot and does it hurt here? Does it hurt here? How does this feel? And, you know, just kind of
screaming, squealing,
it hurt,
giggling because it tickled.
No, it hurt. No, it's not. That's like at that's at Nail Lua when they're giving me the scrub.
Well, it's polo nails.
Yeah, the scrubber on the bottom of my feet. I'm like,
yes, polo nails.
Okay.
Give them credit.
Okay. Anyway, so he's looking at so he looks at my foot and he kind of like sits back in his chair and kind of sighs and he goes, plantar fasciitis.
I thought it was in your heel.
I'm like, what the hell is that?
I thought it was in your heel. It can be in your arch?
I don't know what it is. He just said it's plantar fasciitis. So I'm going to refer you to a foot specialist, a proctologist. Sorry, a podiatrist.
Yes.
I'm like, well, that sucks. Do you have any names of these guys or gals? And he gave me a few. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm like, I'm not going to go to a freaking specialist for this. This is going to cost me thousands of dollars to have this looked at. They're going to probably want to do surgery or whatever. So one night, I'm just sitting in my compartment by myself. And I'm like, I am going to look on the bottom of my foot and see what in the hell is going on. So I get my foot up where I can see. I shine a bright light on it. And I'm kind of touching the bottom of my foot. And I'm looking and I'm looking and I'm like, it hurt really bad right where I just touched. And then I start just kind of gently touching it, kind of feeling it. I'm like, I can feel something. There's something in there. So then I get a pin and a tweezers and I start digging in there, doing a little foot surgery here in my house by myself. I start digging and digging. Babe, I got a tweezer and I felt something in there. I pulled out of my arch in my foot a piece of metal. Yes. That was, I'm showing Kelly how long the piece of metal was.
An inch.
It was, well, not maybe a half an inch long. It was a metal splinter.
A shard.
A shard. It was a metal shard. And I pulled it out of my foot. And I'm like, that's why my foot hurt. So I'm thinking.
You still go to that primary care physician?
What in the hell was Dr. Numbnuts looking at?
Do you still go to him?
Well, no.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, so I told the boys this story before. They're like, Dad, remember when you told us that story? Hey, you had a piece of metal in your foot. You thought it was plantar fasciitis. They think it's real funny. Yeah.
I'm glad you fixed it. That's awful.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I pulled a piece of metal out of my foot.
Ow.
That's not a one-up on your story. That's just my...
No, that's just a shocking
That's the
story.
only foot story. Well, actually, I have another foot story.
Everybody has a foot story.
When we go to the Nail Lua and get our...
it's Polo Nails. Why don't you give them credit?
Because
They're really lovely ladies.
I'm sorry, I can't remember the name.
I just told you 30 seconds ago.
Well, anyway, when we go to Polo Nails and they put my feet up there and she gets Kelly uses the cheese grater. They don't use the cheese grater on me.
You don't have to. Your feet are baby smooth.
They use not even really the hard loofah.
It's like a pumice stone.
Like the soft loofah.
Use a stone on you.
Yeah, and when she does it, because my feet are so baby smooth on the heels and everywhere else, it really tickles bad. Mm-hmm. So it's like torture. She's torturing me. And I'm trying to I'm trying not to laugh. And
that's a great foot story, honey. You are going to love Legacy Box. You know, becoming a parent changes how you look at memories. While we're savoring and saving every moment with our kids, suddenly you start to realize a lot of important memories from our childhood. They're trapped on VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, photo albums, crammed into boxes labeled "Do Not Throw Away" and shoved into an attic. Those are at risk of being destroyed by heat, moisture, disaster, time. And once they're gone, they're gone. That's why you need Legacy Box now. They're the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos. And the process is so simple. They send you a Legacy Box and you fill it up with old VHS tapes, pictures, film reels, slides, DVDs, whatever you've got. Their team in Tennessee carefully digitizes it all by hand. They send you back the originals plus digital files on the cloud or a thumb drive. Ordering a legacy box is one of the best things I've done for my family, because now instead of just telling my kids about that crazy vacation I took to the mountains when I was a kid, I get to show them and relive it with them. And right now, during Legacy Box's Father's Day sale, you can save big while preserving your family's history. Visit legacybox.com/sandwich to get started today. That's legacybox.com/sandwich. It's the little things that make a big difference in how I feel. Now, for me right now, it's about stretching. I didn't realize how stiff I was until I started doing it. I love when I can stretch a little further than before. It makes me feel refreshed when I'm done. And you know, a little makeup refresh can make all the difference too with Thrive Cosmetics, my go-to clean makeup routine year-round. Now, of course, their Brilliant Eye Brightener and Stella Champagne is always in my makeup bag. Actually, I need to reorder more. I'm almost out. But it comes in 32 shades, and the Shenna Mint Green Shimmer looks really fun for summer. Their Empower Matte Precision Lipstick Crayon, it's really amazing. It gives you a beautiful color that lasts without feeling dry. They have 18 buildable shades, and I love the Dusty Rose Kaisa color. I think that's how you pronounce it. But the best part, for every product you buy, Thrive donates products and funds to help communities thrive. So far, they've given over $150 million in products and cash to over 600 giving partners. This is beauty with purpose. Amplify your summer look with Thrive Cosmetics. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/sandwich for an exclusive 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich. How many close friends do you say you have? Like close?
None.
Really, honestly?
Yeah, probably none.
Are you being silly?
Zoe. Probably.
Do you have close friends? See, there was a study that was done that said if you want to live longer,
yes,
you should have close friends.
Okay.
Back in the 90s, way more people would say, if you asked them in the 90s, they'd have 6 close friends. But now the number has dropped significantly to the point where, like you jokingly said, a lot of people say they have 0 close friends. There's a difference between close friends and acquaintances, right? And loneliness is starting to take a toll. I think a lot of it it's still the damage from COVID. People lost touch and never regained it again. But a lot of people say it's affecting their mental health. Some people, though, don't seem to mind. They're just accepted that for what it is. Mm-hmm. And one study even found that a big chunk of young adults think AI could replace real relationships. And there was a movie about this not too long ago where it was called Her. And I think it was Joaquin Phoenix fell in love with the AI voice. It was Scarlett Johansson's voice and fell in love with her. And now that's what, a lot of young people are like, I'm cool just talking. Those commercials for, is it the Google phone where they sit there and just have these conversations with AI? Mm-hmm. And like Keke Palmer's like, yeah, I have a dream where my fingers are like spaghetti. And the AI talks back to her like having a conversation. And real or digital, some parts of the study say that the connection still matters, even if it's not real, just like you're being heard and someone's connecting with you, even if it's fake, that it still makes a difference, but still having that close circle of friends counts. Mm-hmm. So I've always told Emma Kellie, you gotta, every year to expand her circle of friends, she's getting ready to go to college and probably join a sorority. So part of that'll take care of itself in college. But, for me, every year, my goal is to make a new friend and nurture the friendships I have. I don't know that I've been nurturing as much lately as I should. I'm going to go to lunch next week with Sarah, part of our Chitlin gang.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I am, my brother tried to be a friend matchmaker with me and a girl. And I'm like, she'd be a better friend with Anna from the Kid Craddock Morning Show. So I'm brokering a friendship with them because she's younger.
Haven't you maintained to me over the last few years that you don't want any more friends?
No, that's not true.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't know where you got that.
I swear I've heard this.
For the past 2 or 3 years, it's to cultivate new friendships and nurture the ones I have.
Can you produce any of this in the Red Book?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 2 years in a row.
No, I
don't know where you got that.
When I was in high school, I had very close friends. Went off to college, didn't see some of my close friends. Made new friends in college. Made a lot of great friends in college.
A lot?
Yeah, I would say a lot because I lived in the dorm on a floor. I wasn't in a fraternity. the floor was my fraternity. We played all intramural sports together. We hung out together. Everybody's doors open. We were doing the bit where you just pop in somebody's room and go in there and play video games or eat or hang out or whatever, all the way up and down the floor. It was like 50 of us. And
okay, that's also when you were in your late teens, early 20s.
Yeah. I wasn't friends with all 50. I'm just saying I had close friends, graduated college, moved to Dallas, lost contact with a bunch of those guys because everybody spreads out, goes and gets a job. But a few of the guys moved to Dallas, maintained those friendships, had some very close friends here in Dallas when I was in my 20s. Got married the first time, lost a few more friends just because of marriage and starting to...
Your lifestyle changes.
Fast forward through your 30s and 40s, I'd noticed some of those old friendships, people move, people have kids, people just stop keeping in touch for whatever reason. And then you get in your 40s and 50s. And you really know who your old friends are.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's like, my mother, she's in her 70s, and she's just keeps having the heartache of losing her closest friends. And it's like she'll have like one really close friend she'll do everything with, and then they'll move. Or, a couple of them have moved. A couple of them have, died.
Whoa.
And it's just like, it's harder and harder. But one of the keys to living a longer life and a happier life and a more engaged life is to have close friends. So do what you can to make that happen. I know it's easier said than done, but you do have to put yourself out there. You have to make an effort. I know there's a lot of weekends I'd sit at home, poor me, I'm so lonely. Nobody's inviting me to anything. And I'm like, well, I could pick up the phone and I could call and ask somebody to meet me to go shopping or go to lunch or something like that. We were doing a bit, there's a trend about what do you do that's whimsical. I know you love the word whimsical. And there was a bunch of silly things, but one woman says, and I don't know if this counts as whimsical, but what she does is once a week, she goes to like Starbucks from 2 to 5, or whatever it is, on whatever day.
Knitting circle?
No. And she says she calls it her office hours. And she tells all of her friends, if you ever need to come visit, get out of the house, want to visit, I'm going to be here every Wednesday from 2 to 5. And they know where to find her. And I think that's a great idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just to show, I'm always going to be here. You're always at your favorite Starbucks. And tell all your friends, hey, if you're in the area, you want to stop by, this is where I'm going to be every Wednesday from noon to 2 or whatever. I thought that was a cute idea. But look, speaking of AI relationships, getting back to that real quick, I don't know if you've heard this, but Amazon, we have the Alexa in the bedroom and everybody's like, oh, I wouldn't have that in the bedroom. It's listening to what you're doing. We ain't doing nothing.
There ain't nothing going on in there but snoring, farting, burping.
Well, that's you.
Snorting.
I'm already asleep.
The dogs are in there licking, scratching.
Yeah. Alexa's getting an earful. But the only thing I ever ask Alexa is, what time is it if I don't want to roll over and look at the clock? And what's the weather? That's the extent of it. But now they've got a new Alexa Plus. It's an upgrade.
What? Why?
And well,
what does it do?
It promises to be your best friend in a digital world for only $19.99 a month.
Give me a break.
It's the upgraded version of Alexa featuring a more natural, human-like conversation flow. It can learn user preferences such as your dietary needs and allergies. Alexa Plus can plan romantic dates for you and your significant other, or for you and Alexa Plus maybe. Create study plans if you're in college. It can call an Uber for you. If you're a Prime member, which we are, we can access Alexa Plus for free. But I'm like, what am I going to ask her besides? I could get her to come up with. We could each do a challenge. Ask her to come up with a unique date idea or something, and see what she comes up with, based on our preferences.
Sounds like some marketing guy, some dumb accountant at Amazon.
Well, it's $19.99, but we get it included in our Prime membership.
Yeah, I'm out on this.
Not even going to try it.
No, this is dumb. This might have been one of the dumbest ideas I've ever heard. And I've heard a lot of them.
I think that could be very helpful.
Why can't people make friends with like people?
But this is just like an elevated Google search.
People are people.
It's elevated Google search. Instead of me Googling what the temperature is, it tells me. Instead of me Googling what are good date ideas, I can just ask Alexa Plus to plan a romantic itinerary for me.
You were supposed to sing the next lyric.
If I'm going on a cruise and I'm visiting certain cities, hey, Alexa Plus, I don't know if you have to say that or not. Can you plan the perfect day for me? I've got one day in Naples, Italy, or whatever it is, and plan the itinerary for me. I think that's very helpful, actually.
In all seriousness, I am not a heavy user of the Siri and the Alexa.
Well, Siri's annoying. If Steve Jobs was still alive, Siri would not be as bad as it is.
I just upgraded to the new 18.3. Whatever, and supposedly we've got new and improved Siri.
Well,
every time I ask Siri something, I just get Google results.
I know. It just says, here's the website I found.
Yes.
I was like, no, I want you to tell me.
Right. So now I do AI now.
Try asking Alexa.
In fact, it seems like the last couple of podcasts I've been pumping a lot of sunshine up AI's thing. But tomorrow, for example, Cole has a baseball game. So he wanted me to come take some pictures with my good camera. You know, there used to be Alan Evans photography. But
yeah, that was very short-lived.
I took some very nice pictures of you.
Yeah, but you never got a client. You didn't even try to get a client.
That's because I'm an amateur. I'm not a professional.
But that's how you get to be a professional. You get clients. Does anybody want to hire Alan as a photographer?
Anyway, I took some nice pictures.
You do. So why don't you do it?
I used to know how to use that camera pretty well, but I couldn't remember how to do some of the settings. So I just went to AI, ChatGPT, and I said, I'm going to my son's baseball game tomorrow. It's probably going to be sunny. It's going to be the middle of the day. I have a Nikon D7500. I've got this lens. What should my camera settings be set to? It freaking gave me 2 pages of what to set it on. Now, if I had to ask Siri that,
why don't you ask Alexa
I would have got some Google result.
Ask Alexa Plus.
I'm a fan of the Chat GPT.
That's what
I'm
she
not
is,
a fan
basically.
of the Alexa and the Siri.
You don't even know what it can do yet. You didn't know what Chat GPT could do until you asked it.
Yeah.
All right, really quick.
Have you used Grok?
No, it's on Twitter, right? I haven't done that yet.
I thought that was
X or whatever.
Was that Elon's?
Yeah, I haven't done it yet. I don't know what the difference between that and Chat GPT is.
I'm glad we're bringing this up.
I do use Chat GPT though.
Yeah. I'm glad we're bringing this up because if you go to our podcast Instagram at A Sandwich and Some Lovin', our wacky marketing department asked Chat GPT to roast us.
I came off unscathed.
You came off smelling like a rose.
Mm-hmm.
I come off as being a bumbling, babbling, dumb, wandering. What else?
It's based on what the internet knows about you, isn't it? Isn't that what it's based on? Based on what you know about Kelly Raspberry, roaster. Based on what you know about Alan Evans, roast him.
There must be a lot of content
which is interesting
about me
because
getting lost.
It's interesting because when I had Caroline Craddock, when she wanted to, it was an anniversary. I think it was the 10th anniversary of her father's passing, Kid Craddock. She thought it'd be, because he loved dark humor and he was just, she thought it'd be funny to do a roast. Mm-hmm. And I just was like, I don't know what to do. And when I asked Chat GPT, because this was just a couple of years ago, it wouldn't do it.
Are you supposed to roast the deceased?
She said it would be funny. He would enjoy it and he'd think it was funny. So, and some people got up there and really, because Kid did have a dark sense of humor and he would have done the same thing if it was me. He would have been making jokes about me.
Tell you what.
My spirit would be calling in to the show about once a week and he would be the voice of me calling in from heaven if he were still alive and I was the one that would be dead.
Walter A. Evans, when he's in the casket ready, arms crossed over chest position and he's sleeping very peacefully in the casket, I just want you saying nice things.
Okay.
I don't want you roasting me.
Okay. Well, you won't know. You'll be a root ball.
I don't want you talking about
how... You're going to be a root ball in the dirt, and I'm going to what?
I don't want you talking about how inept my directions were.
All right.
Or how lewd I was.
I'll ask ChatGPT, or I'll ask Alexa Plus, write a eulogy for Alan Evans based on what you know about him on the internet.
Yeah.
When Alan and I first got married, we snuggled up in a queen-size bed, all clumped together and sweaty. Then we got over it. We needed a king-size mattress, and I immediately went online and started doing my research. This was before ChatGPT. I just Googled, like a regular person. And that's how I discovered Helix. It had all these awards, great reviews. So I said, Alan, go online and do something for me. Take this Helix sleep quiz. And in less than 2 minutes, we were matched with the Helix Dusk Luxe model.
Luxe.
It has been a great mattress. We've had it over 5 years now. It's one of the best things we've ever done for our marriage because I don't wake up grumpy anymore because I don't feel like I've been in a wrestling match all night, all sweaty with pain when I wake up. Alan can toss and turn after too many late night snacks, and I never feel a thing. Mm-hmm. If you are tired of waking up tired with aches and pains, or if you're ready to make the move to a king size mattress, or maybe your baby's ready for a big kid bed, take the Helix Sleep Quiz. Find your perfect mattress match. It's going to arrive straight at your door. You'll be amazed how they fit it all in that box, but unboxing it is super fun. And then enjoy your restful, glorious sleep.
Helix continues to celebrate President's Day. Wow. Go to helixsleep.com/sandwich to save 27% off site-wide and get 2 free dream pillows with any mattress purchase. And if you order the Luxe A or Elite models, you'll get a free bedding bundle. That's 2 dream pillows, a sheet set, and a mattress protector. This is their best offer available and exclusive for our listeners. It's better than what you'll find on their regular website. So make sure you go to this exclusive address. Here it is, helixsleep.com/sandwich to save 27% off site-wide, plus get 2 free dream pillows with any mattress purchase or a free bedding bundle when you buy the Luxe A or Elite models. That's helixsleep.com/sandwich.
I don't think I've ever talked about it on this podcast before, but one day I was walking past the windows going upstairs and I noticed this greasy cooking smell. You know what I mean? It turns out it was our blinds. Something about the sun was breaking them down over the years. And who knows how long they were there before we bought our house. We needed new blinds bad, and that's what led me to 3-Day Blinds. I absolutely loved how easy they made the whole process. They send a professionally trained design consultant to your home. It's a free, no obligation, same-day quote. And they've got thousands of options to fit any budget and style. It's not just blinds. They've got shades, shutters, drapery too. 3-Day Blinds even has those motorized smart blinds that work with Alexa. Those are so cool. They take all the measurements. They handle the installation too. And it's perfect because I'm not handy. And what a difference it's made. This is an upgrade that makes your whole house feel refreshed and polished without having to do a big renovation. Right now, get quality window treatments that fit your budget with 3-Day Blinds. Head to 3dayblinds.com/sandwich for their buy one, get one 50% off deal on custom blinds, shades, and drapery. For a free, no charge, no obligation consultation, just head to 3dayblinds.com/sandwich. One last time, that's buy one, get one 50% off when you head to the 3dayblinds.com/sandwich. You can't scroll your phone for more than 30 seconds without seeing somebody talking about GLP-1s. Maybe you've been close to trying them, but you're not a needle person, or maybe you're looking for a natural alternative. Well, let me introduce you to our podcast sponsor, Veracity. Their Metabolism Ignite, it's a natural plant-based GLP-1 alternative that is doctor recommended and clinically proven to help reduce hunger. Just 2 capsules with breakfast every morning. It's all you need. And one of the first things I noticed was I wasn't thinking about food all day. That food noise you always are constantly battling. Metabolism Ignite has no allergens, no caffeine, no negative side effects, and we love that. It's shown to reduce hunger by 85% and clinically proven to help lose an average of 9 pounds in 90 days. We really love that. Look, this stuff is sold out 10 times for a reason. So before it sells out again, make the switch to GLP-1s the natural way. Head to veracityhealth.co and use sandwich for up to 65% off your order. Once again, that's VERACITY health.co for up to 65% off. Make sure you use our promo code SANDWICH so they know we sent you. Okay, let's move on to something. Let's see, I had something
President's
else
Day, huh?
Yeah, well, it's continued.
Yudge.
It's continued.
Yudge.
Okay, so somebody asked on Reddit, what statement makes you roll your eyes immediately?
Oh, gosh, a lot of statements make me roll my eyes immediately.
So there were some
Every
popular
day.
answers. What's something? Can you think of something right off the bat? When I start giving them, you'll probably have some come to mind.
We've kind of done this bit before. It's the stuff on, a lot of it's on social media.
Overly corporate jargon. Like, let's circle back, synergy, bandwidth. Let's drill down.
Mm-hmm.
do a deep dive into the core metrics.
Yeah, I listened to that. I listened to that shit for 25 years.
Yeah. Did you roll your eyes?
Every single time. A lot of times inside. I had to just do it inside, but yes.
Another big one people roll their eyes at is the term alpha male.
Alpha male?
You probably roll your eyes more when a man is describing himself as the alpha male, more so than just the term alpha male.
You know, I think if you're an alpha male, you don't need to tell everybody.
Exactly.
You're an alpha
That's
male.
when you roll your eyes when someone says
alpha male.
Or I'm a type A personality.
Right.
I've done my research.
Okay.
I don't know. That doesn't bother me.
That doesn't bother me too much.
Especially if they really have. Because I feel like I don't comment on a lot of things because I feel a certain way. But just because you feel a certain way doesn't make it the truth. You know, you can feel a way, but you're not educated enough. So I try to stay out of some arguments because of that.
I think the updated way to say I've done my research is I'm bringing receipts.
I've got the receipts, the time. I think what they're saying about I've done my research is when people say they've done the research, but basically they're just going on like YouTube and following popular influencers without actually doing the actual research maybe.
Oh.
How about this one? This one gets me, and this one's always bothered me. I'm just being honest. Because that way you can say you can't just say hateful things and just say, well, I'm just being honest. That's not cool. Sometimes you don't need to say anything. How about we've always done it that way?
Oh, yeah.
Roll your eyes at that.
Shows a lot of inflexibility.
Bringing up astrology just randomly. Like, well, I'm a Libra. It's Pisces season. Some people don't like that.
It's kind of new age, kind of hippie-ish.
Yeah, this one too, my truth. This
my
is my truth. Because a lot of people, like you look back at family history and people like to get stuff off their chest and they're just, this was my truth. This is my truth. That doesn't mean it actually happened that way. That's just the way you remember it. We do have false memories sometimes.
Is that like saying my testimony?
This is my truth. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?
Wow. If you ever want to be cuffed, like at a traffic stop, tell the state trooper or the policeman that. How many times have you seen that? A celebrity or a sports figure start getting into the face of the policeman and then issue the "Do you know who I am?"
I had a former friend that used to pull that stunt on my behalf.
Oh my goodness.
Unbeknownst to me. And when I found out, like I said, a former friend.
Who? Tell us.
Well, I'm not going to say her name, but we would be waiting at a restaurant and I'm just fine. I'll sit at the bar. I will wait. Mm-hmm. And she would say, I'm going to go check and see how much longer it is. And walked up on her one time pulling that stunt. She would go up there and say, that's Kelly Raspberry on the radio.
Wow.
And she will.
That's bold.
If we don't get a table, she will talk about this on the air. It made me so mad.
You know, I mean, if we get, if you and I get crap service somewhere, we don't ever like do that bit.
No.
But we will talk about it on the podcast.
But we don't usually say the name of the business.
Not usually, but we'll talk about the experience. I got you.
But I mean, sometimes you just have to wait for a table. A lot of people roll their eyes at this classic line, money can't buy happiness. That's usually, people that they're like, what do they always say? I'd rather be rich and unhappy than,
Never seen a sad guy in a Porsche.
People don't like hearing the words being told they're too sensitive when their feelings get hurt. You're too sensitive. It's like being talked down to.
Well, that's a narcissistic thing to say.
From a narcissist to someone?
Yes.
Well, some people are too sensitive.
Yes.
They're offended at everything.
Well, yes, that's true. But you can
don't like hearing it.
You can gaslight somebody and then they're like defend themselves. Then you're like, what are you being so sensitive for? That's narcissism.
People don't like the terms woke, roll their eyes at woke.
Okay.
I'm shook or shooketh. That's another way of saying it. Or
people still say that?
I'm shooketh, yeah. Or being triggered. That triggers me. I was triggered. Because that, when someone says they were triggered by something, that's not accepting responsibility because you couldn't help it because you were triggered. Right?
Okay.
This one causes a few eye rolls. As a mother, before I had children, I was not, if I would ever comment or say anything about parenting, maybe something I did or did not agree with, I would get read the riot act because you weren't allowed to comment on it because I had never been a mother. But I had been parented. Could I not comment as the child of a mother? I don't know. As a mother. People also roll their eyes at, no, I'm not racist, but...
That's not funny.
I'm not racist, but...
Why are you laughing at that?
I'm just saying.
Why are you laughing at that?
And then the other one, I probably shouldn't say this, but that's an eye roll. Everything happens for a reason. Really? Does everything happen for a reason? I don't think so necessarily.
Well, boy, you could get into a deep philosophical discussion on that one.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'll just end with this one. Somebody who said they roll their eyes when someone starts a statement with, yeah, no. You know, when somebody's asking you, you want to do something? And yeah, no.
When they know you?
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I'm probably guilty of that sometimes, just trying to be funny.
I've probably said, no, yeah, well, no, yeah. I've done that before.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I've 100% done that before.
Is there anything I do, honey, that makes you roll your eyes that I can correct?
Anything that you do?
Anything you'd like me to correct? Any eye-rolling behavior?
I mean, nothing. There's no hill I'm going to die on here. There are a few things that I wish you wouldn't do.
Like what?
Well,
tread lightly.
We need to figure this thing out with Larry. Because
what about him?
The knit comb in the living room.
Yeah, but he's on the 90-day challenge.
I know, and he's getting better.
He is getting better, but he's
when
still
you turn him over on his back and you got the knit comb and you're under his arms and the white flakes are flying into the atmosphere.
Yeah, well, you shed skin every day.
And then they're going into my nose.
Well, you're shedding skin
getting
right
trapped
now.
in my nose hair.
Your skin cells are trapped in your shirt
and then
now.
they're going into my lungs.
Yeah.
And then Larry's armpit flakes are in my bloodstream.
Well,
I've got a problem with that.
Well, it's getting better. There's fewer and fewer flakes, but I do have to get them off his body. Poor Larry. I love that boy. He loves it when I scratch him with the knit comb. It's one of his favorite moments. It's like our bonding time. It's my me and Larry time.
Oh, man. Okay, let's bring it home for Jerome.
That's it? That's the only complaint you have about my behavior?
That's really...
scratching our dog with a knit comb?
I mean, I could go down the cooking bunny hole, but that would just be cruel. I mean, I'm not going to go there because I enjoy eating the food that's made for me.
No, you don't.
I do.
I have leftovers in there you won't touch.
There was a lot of sour cream in that pasta. I mean,
it wasn't sour cream. It was cream cheese.
Yeah, cream cheese. A lot.
It was too much cream cheese.
There was so much. It changed color. It changed the color.
It was supposed to.
So it was supposed to be light green.
It wasn't light green. It was a light pinkish color. The tortellini was multicolored tortellini.
Oh.
It was green, orange, and pasta colored, nude colored cream. So that was tricolored pasta. That's why that was green. The sauce was a tomato cream cheese blend. Like you'd get in a restaurant. Mm-hmm. So the green was actually the color of the pasta.
Well, I ate it. You saw me eat it.
I thought it was delicious.
I ate it and I enjoyed it.
Why don't you eat the leftovers?
Because, I'm not a big leftover guy. Okay, bringing it home for Jerome. Just we had a golf tournament this weekend.
Yes.
Dylan played in his first golf tournament put on by the North Texas Junior PGA.
It was official.
Very official. He was playing against about 20 other 11 or 12-year-olds. And there were all age groups there up to, from 9 up to 18, boys and girls. But that's who he was playing against. So he had a foursome. He had 3 other boys he was playing with. And all those boys had caddies, which was pretty cool. And he had a great time. I mean, there's so much to talk about. I could talk for 2 hours on what happened at the golf tournament. But the takeaways were Dylan said he had so much fun. He learned a lot. He played really well. He had a lot of positives to take from the tournament, and he wants to do it again. And we had the best time because I caddied for him all day, so I could help him with the strategy part of it. And
you can do that up until he's 13.
Yeah. This is the last year I could be his caddy, in fact. But He really had a good time. He parred the very first hole. So he made a par 3 on his first hole.
Very confident
so
heading in.
That was a great way to start. And he hit some really good shots that for a guy that, for a boy that's not played any tournaments and has only been playing serious golf since last June, he blew me away. And I told him that. I said, dude, you shot, he broke 100. He shot 92. So I said, I didn't break 100 till I was a junior in high school. Like I was horrible. Like my first years playing golf. I said, I played tournaments, dude. And I was like 120, making 13s and hitting it in the water and hitting 3 or 4 of them out of bounds and just horrible. I said, it was amazing how well you did today. You should be proud of how well you did. I think he's hard. All golfers are hard on themselves, but I said, you did so good. And, his attitude was great. In junior golf, you see some boys that have bad attitudes.
Well, also they're heading into puberty.
Yeah,
and their emotions are on edge anyway. So that's even harder at that age to control your emotions. I learned a lot as a spectator.
And Kelly came out and followed us for almost the entire 18.
I did. I learned that that's not really necessary for me to follow that much, right? Because
depends on how much golf you want to watch. It
depends, and because you and Dylan, y'all would, every once in a while, I tried to stay out of your way. And I think I did a good job. I stayed out of your way. Mm-hmm. I took some good videos for you and pictures, so you have that. Mm-hmm. But I also learned that I don't need to be out there for that many holes. I could go because it's a long, long day, and I still have a blister on the bottom of my toe. I've had to pop it twice. It's very painful. I also learned that even in February, you, Kelly, need to remember to take your sunscreen. I was wearing long sleeves, but my ankles were exposed, and I was so panicked all day that my ankles were going to be blistered. And I didn't wear a cap. Mm-hmm. You wear a golf hat to keep the sun. Even though I have sunscreen, in my natural skincare that I use every day, when you're out there for hours, that wears off. I should have brought a hat or an umbrella. I should have brought earbuds so I could listen, because I'm just out there, following along. I could have been listening to podcasts. I could have been listening to music. Mm-hmm. There's other things I could have done. So I did. Oh, and also layers are important because it starts off very chilly in the morning.
It was cold that morning.
And if you had worn nothing but a sweatshirt, I would have been pouring sweat, but I could take off, clothes. I could peel off the layers. That was very important too. And you learned you should get a golf bag on wheels.
Yeah, I carry Dylan's bag, which was fine. That's how I used to do it, but I haven't walked 18 holes probably in 15 years because every time I've played in the recent past, I've ridden. But in junior tournaments, you have to walk. There's no carts. Only spectators can take a cart. But so the players all have to walk. And like I said, Dylan's 12, so he can have a caddy. I was okay. I was kind of hurting the next day, but I did 18,000 steps. That's about 8 miles. I mean, it's a lot of walking. So even for the kids, that aren't carrying their own bags.
He came home and went to bed.
He came home and it's like, I'm going to bed.
Zonked out for a couple hours.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. And then when you turn 13, then you start carrying your own bag.
So he's going to have to be, and all the boys in our group were rolling bags.
Yeah,
so
they all had
Make
rollers.
sure we get that.
Yeah, I'd like to get
But it was great. I was really happy to be out there. We went, ate at the clubhouse afterwards, kind of celebrated his first tournament. And then he wanted to go for Dairy Queen later.
He was so happy. I could tell he was really proud of himself for doing it, and getting through it. And he didn't seem nervous. He said I'm excited. I'm not really nervous. And I said, yeah, you don't have anything to be nervous about. You're just playing golf with these guys. Yeah. And
got the next tournament lined up.
Yeah, he signed up for another one in a couple of weeks in Dallas. So we'll see how he does in that one.
Yeah.
But he's having a great time with it. I think it's a great sport for him. He's good at anything he does, but I don't know. I think this is a good one for him. Just he's got the temperament, and he's athletic
and the bug,
and he's smart, and he's got the bug. He's passionate about it. He thinks it's fun to practice. So I think he's gonna go a long way if he sticks with it.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We shall see.
All right, babe. You got anything else?
Oh, we could talk for another hour or two, honey. Oh, I do want to say this, though. If you have not jumped on the Paradise bandwagon,
Oh, yeah.
Jump on it. It's only an 8-episode season 1. They have renewed it for a season 2. And there are 7 episodes out as of this podcast. And we watched the 7th episode last night. It was absolutely amazing.
It's kind of heavy.
It was the best episode so far. Do you not agree?
It was very good. It's just I felt beat down after
It was very emotional.
Yes.
I cried. Again, Alan had to remind me
That
these are actors.
that it's
This is
make-believe.
make-believe, and
Yes.
all those people are alive.
Yeah.
And then right after, my emotional experience with Paradise, which is amazing. Oh, and if you don't have Hulu, you're like, I don't care, Kelly. I'm never breaking down and getting it anyway. Next week is the series, or the season finale, I should say. And we will find out who killed the president. That's going to be revealed. The DNA.
Really?
Yep. They said that's going to be revealed. And then, because I was saying, if it hadn't got renewed, is the 8th episode going to have a satisfactory ending for us? Are we going to be satisfied? Because they had to film it before they knew if they were going to be renewed or not, but it is coming back. So I guess it's going to be part solving this mystery, and then part what's the next, what's going to be the cliffhanger to keep us coming back for season 2. Oh, but what I said all that to say this: if you're not going to get Hulu, about a month and some change after the season finale, it's going to air on ABC.
Oh, is it really?
Yep, they're going to put it on network. So
Wow.
They did the same thing with like Yellowstone. That's on Paramount Plus. They put it on CBS the first season or 2.
When is that happening?
Next Tuesday is the season finale.
I know, but when's it going on ABC?
About a month after.
Oh, wow.
A month and a couple days.
I'll have to tell my
after,
mom
I
and
think.
dad that, because I was telling them about this and saying
It's
they've
so
got to
good.
watch it. Yeah, it's really good.
But they don't have Hulu.
No, we when I was over there doing a welfare check, we looked and they do not have Hulu, and they don't have Disney Plus either. So they did.
We got the bundle.
We got the bundle. So not to be confused with the Helix bundle, but
You could get the Disney, Hulu, ESPN Plus package if you really wanted to.
a lot of programming.
We don't need that much. We get enough. We have enough ESPN. Oh, but right after the emotional Paradise, where I'm already like teary, Alan says, let's watch the Lakers, because
And
the
the
Mavericks are, for the first time since Luka got traded, the Mavericks are in LA to play the Lakers. And I got emotional at that.
It's wheels off. It's like
Seeing Luka,
how do you root for?
it was so hard.
How do you root against Luka?
It was so hard. And he was like,
so wheels off.
kind of joking around with his former teammates and stuff too. But his goal was to win. And every time he'd score, he'd look at the bench. But I was like, I hope he's not looking at the bench. I hope he's just looking at the owner that did all this nonsense. But anyway, that was just really emotional.
Well,
So I just had an emotional night.
Lakers won. Luka dropped a triple-double on our heads.
Yeah.
So they can call him fat and call him like
Well, you know what? He's lost some weight.
smokes hookah and he drinks beer and whatever.
He's
but
dropped a few pounds, and I don't know if it's from, being a little sad, or like one of the commentators was saying, well, he's not in Dallas anymore with all the, the Southern cooking and the barbecue and all that stuff. He's out in California where it's,
you can get
alfalfa.
You can get
but it's
barbecue in
way-
California.
It's way easier, and it's almost more peer pressure to eat healthy and eat good in California. It's a lot easier to eat like that out there. It really is.
Dude is okay. Then
And he probably has a professional chef and all that.
devil's
but-
advocate would say, dude was a professional athlete with the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah.
He's got access to the best foods, the best care, the best everything.
But it's a different mentality in
And couldn't-
California.
Okay. All
You
right,
can't,
sure.
But he has dropped some pounds. You can look at him and tell.
Yeah, I don't know if he has or not.
It's just more, lends to it's more conducive, I should say, to a healthier lifestyle and way of eating in California. I mean, that's not a controversial statement. It is what it is.
It's a statement that I would disagree with.
Okay.
Because that you have some of the highest diabetes rates in the nation in California.
Where's that statistic?
In the Hispanic community in California. Absolutely.
Okay, well, I'm talking about going to...
That's in California.
Okay, well, I thought that was in South Carolina.
South Carolina?
Well, we have the highest cholesterol rates, I think, because all them all-you-can-eat buffets.
Oh, well, that may be true too, but
I don't know.
yeah.
I just know they have more avocados in California.
But I hear a lot about this. The government is talking about making some changes to the recommendations about, like, for instance, McDonald's. The fries have 11 ingredients in the U.S., but in Europe, there's only 3 ingredients. Why is that?
The chemicals, and it's about money.
Right.
It's always about money.
Right. So, the overall message seems to be, well, we need to make a lot of changes to these foods so Americans are healthier, Yeah. And I was talking to my dad about this, and I was like, yeah, I mean, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. He's like, well, yeah, but when you go to the grocery store, no one's forcing you to buy processed foods. Yeah, you can buy all the meat and vegetables you want.
You can, but the meat is also filled with chemicals and stuff, unless you get organic. I mean, there is, you think you're eating healthy, and if you're not reading the labels, it's not as healthy as we think.
That may be true. I'm just saying.
You have to really pay for it and seek it out, and it's a lot of effort.
Like at Whole Paycheck?
You have
Whole
to
Foods?
you have to a lot of effort to eat healthy. A lot of things are sneaked in, And yeah, we should take more responsibility for what we're putting in our bodies. But again, we're also guilty of, it's just so much easier to just pop in, to the drive-through.
I'm not saying I want chemicals and stuff in all my foods. I'm just saying everybody has a choice in what they eat, right?
They do. But they also, don't they bear some responsibility from taking what used to be just simple, like you said, 2 or 3 ingredients, and then pumping them through with all these chemicals and agents that are making us more obese, that are, cancer-causing chemicals and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, our government's responsibility is to regulate those chemicals, right?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Here again, this is me talking like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, really. All right, babe. You got anything else?
No, we should have stopped 10 minutes ago and not gotten into that diet discussion.
Yeah. No, we can talk. We can do a podcast on our hot sports opinions on everything food related one time. And we've done that before. Foods we like and don't like, foods that make us gag, foods that
make us roll our eyes on the next podcast.
Foods that make us roll our eyes, yeah. That'd be the banana for me.
I know, honey.
Oh, okay. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
Love our listeners desperately.
Love y'all.
I love McDonald's fries desperately.
They used to be better. They changed it.
They did used to be better.
So, it used to be better.
I just went to McDonald's the other day and they gypped me out of my chicken sandwich. Got all the way home. Gave the boys all their stuff and they gypped me out of my chicken sandwich. I had to go all the way back there for a $4 chicken sandwich.
But you did it.
They made good. They gave me an order of fries.
There you go.
They gave me an extra order of fries.
That was nice.
That was nice with 11 ingredients in it.
And you enjoyed every one of them. Didn't offer me a single one.
Nope. I'm sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye.